Mike Doc Emmerich, first things first, let's talk about this. So, you grew up in Indiana, you went out, you've made a mark for yourself in the NHL. Now coming back, let's talk about the most important question so far. Growing up here, watching the Comets, to now your name going in the Raptors forever. What are the feelings like? What are the emotions knowing that you've made your place in history here in Fort Wayne?
It means everything to somebody that paid the price of admission as a college kid. And even before that, when my parents had to drive me here and got a kid's ticket for me to watch these guys play. And some of the guys I saw play and memorized their uniform numbers are here tonight and applauded me when I was announced. That means everything. Imagine that it's your favorite team, whatever it is, and you've worshipped them since the time you were born, and then they invite you to join them in their own Hall of Fame. You don't sleep really well the night before that happens. It's gorgeous. It's a wonderful feeling.
Where does this rank? I mean, you've been inducted into the NHL United States Hall of Fame, Hockey Hall of Fame. You've won multiple broadcasting awards. Where does an award like this rank in your accomplishments?
I don't really have an idea, but I do know that you only have one home, and this is home, and this is the only team that I root for. I broadcast as many as 31 other teams, but I don't cheer for them. This is the one I cheer for. And so this is my team, and now I'm in their Hall of Fame. It's a shock because I didn't do day-to-day work with them or for them. I was brought in because Bob Chase nominated me, and I'm really a fan. So I hope I can represent the fans well.
Growing up, what was your favorite Comets memory that you can remember?
There were a number of fights, and in that era there were a lot of fights. But I remember some thrilling games against Muskegon and against Dayton, who had high-quality teams. And when my team came from behind and would beat one of those teams in my arena on a Saturday with 8,032 here, I went home feeling pretty good.
Let's talk about the legacy of the Comets. Compared to what you see nowadays from this team, what are you a fan of this year's Comets?
Well, this year's team won in Toledo a week ago Saturday. When you win in Toledo, you get not 2 points, you get 2.99 because it's a win in Toledo. I always enjoyed wins in Toledo as a Comet fan, even back in the 60s and 70s. But I admire the team greatly. I love Bruce Boudreau, and I've just met his son, and I'm sure he's doing a wonderful job because the team is competitive, it's fiery, and there are always things that you want to repair down the home stretch of a season, but I'm optimistic on how they're going to be.
From growing up in a small town in Indiana to now one of the most known broadcasters in the United States, maybe even in the world for the NHL, what would your advice to be to somebody looking up and saying, man, I want to be Doc one day?
Don't quit, because there are plenty of people in this line of work who experience rejection, and I was one of them. Back then, you would apply and you'd get a letter in the mail saying, no, you didn't get the job, and I saved them all. It was about 1.5 inches high of actual pieces of paper that said, no, you're not the person that got the job. But if you want something badly enough, be politely aggressive and persistent, and don't take no for the final answer. I think that's it.
Now finally, when you see your name up in the Raptors tonight, can you try to process, can you imagine what those feelings are going to be like once it happens?
No, not at all. There are 35 members of my graduating class in high school that are going to be here tonight. It was supposed to be a surprise, but I found out about it this morning. That also is a shock, and it's very heartening because we don't see each other very often anymore. It's a big day.
Well, thank you so much. Doc Emmerich, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.